Collie Training Journal, day 102, mixed review. Today's practice led me through a mixed review of a few different drills that I recently learned at a collie training. This first one that I'm doing is a different kind of bridging where I step on the 1, step on the 2, and then take a 45 on the 3 and step back on the 4. This is a different way of being able to get out of the conflict or get away from the attacker a little bit differently depending on what's going on. I learned this when I received a lot of pressure on my 2 and when the other person was closer in range where I could have gotten hurt. The next exercise that I'm walking through is circling with contradas. Now, contradas are not one of my favorite, but after this most recent practice, it really started to feel a little bit more comfortable, and I'm starting to understand contradas a little bit better. So I did the contradas on the 1 and 2, both getting into it and out of it. And then I also last night learned contradas on the 3 and 2, which is a little bit more complicated because of the techniques that you use. Now, I'm not efficient in that. I'm just playing around with it a little bit to get a feel for it, but this is kind of how it turned out in my practice today. Once I finished working the contradas drill, I moved on to the espada y daga pass-through drill. Now, I've been working this one on my videos. I don't want to forget it. And when I get into that espada y daga drill, you're going to see me stepping with it. Now, after I created my last couple of videos, 3 videos on the espada y daga pass-through drill, I was kind of doing it a little bit wrong, and honestly, I still might be doing this one a little bit wrong. However, what I do understand and what I have learned is that you stay at largo on the forehand. So that would be a 1 and a 3, and you go into cuarto on the 2 and the 4. Now, this feels just a little bit awkward, but really it shouldn't. It's just a slight variation from the other drills that I've done. Thank you so much for watching.